gospel is as simple as men putting their faith in the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus. Anytime we teach anything, this gospel can always come out.
Welcome to the prolific teaching of Reverend Kolawole Williams Ogoigbe.
So once at 40, they are still dragging you out of the bed. You know, these Thursday meetings are not past, they are not preaching meetings. So let's talk now. Let's talk. At 40, some of us still don't have anything tied to our name. We are still in our father's house. Dragging with younger ones. 40. If Faith Arena was built around Papa's 40s, it means that he was already working on BIU as at when he was 40, 45. Say hard work. Talk to me, say hard work. Listen, let nobody deceive you. It is as a man sows, that's what he would reap. Meaning that this thing that you're not doing about your life, nothing about your life now, it is the same way you will wake up at 40, 45, 50, and you just realize that there's so much vacuum in your life, not because any devil is pursuing you. No, not because any devil is pursuing you. It's laziness. It's laziness. Till the man died, Mama says in one of those meetings that she wakes up to see Papa sitting down, just talking to himself. And that's how Papa prayed. That Papa just sit down and talk to himself. He said she'll be hearing one-sided conversation, but she does not hear the second side of the discussion. That's how. This is from the Archbishop, our mama. That she wakes up to see the man sitting on the couch, just talking, and she's hearing only his side of the conversation. But she's not hearing the responses. But he's answering, okay, all right, that's how we'll do it. So, do you mean I should go? That's the one praying. $4 every day. When last did you wake up at 4? No. Somebody said that is when the sleep is sweet. We should sing a sorrowful song for you. 4. Out of his house as early as before 6. It was hard to get to morning devotion before Papa. Added to the fact that his house, his first house, was along Church Road. Along Church Road. It was hard to get to church before Papa at any time. Hard. Every project Papa did, Papa was on site. Supervising. Nobody can ever get your job done better than you. Nobody. As a matter of fact, it is the fact that you have not even shown some seriousness to your work. That's why people don't show seriousness to the work. And I'm talking to CEOs, I'm talking to managers, I'm talking to owners of companies. If you don't show any level of diligence to what you are doing, people won't show that same level of diligence to it. The diligence you put to what you are doing, the commitment you put to what you are doing, it's how people respond. Hard work. You know, when we talk about getting up early and making such kind of a lifestyle out of it, that Someone can be as disciplined as no matter how late you go to bed. By this time, I cannot be on the bed. Discipline. Discipline. You know, sir, that one of the things that was thrilling about the Archbishop was the fact that he never played with Sunday services. There were hardly times when Papa was not around on Sunday. Papa can be away throughout the week, but you see him on Sunday morning. He's in church. He's in church. Papa preached every time I know. Papa preached. Every time I know. Papa is on the pulpit preaching. And Papa was always fresh. His revelations were always fresh. The things he said was always fresh. It takes diligence to cook up new messages every time. It takes commitment. Not just to come out and tell people stories. No. Papa was never given to storytelling. We look at church today and realize how much of storytelling is in church. A man of God said he traveled out and somebody called him and said, I would have really liked you. It's just that you read Bible too much. That you should be telling us more stories. So you don't like him because he's not telling stories. Because you know the trend now, I have to talk about, you have to tell some stories. People don't want to hear scriptures. They are not disciplined to sit down. We were in church for hours. Papa will make us stand for hours. Hours stand. I'm not joking with you. Ask anybody in Faith Arena. When the message starts, you can sit at the beginning. At some point, he tells you to stand up. Then he forgets that he told you to stand. And we can be standing there until he asks to sit down again. Church was long. We used to close 2 o'clock from morning time, and it's not 2 services. And we didn't have much activity. Redeemed voice, we finish singing. We don't used to dance too much. We don't used to talk too much. Don't do Sunday school class. Once Papa hold mic, forget it. He was strong. Talked for hours. And you are writing. He tells you, write it down. That kind of discipline was rare. Very, very rare. So let's look at some key things. Proverbs. Let's read some scriptures. And let's take some few notes down. Proverbs 10. Quickly, help me. Proverbs 10. 4 and 5. Write it down. 2 Thessalonians 3. 10 to 13. Colossians 3. 23 and 24. Let's read all of them quickly. Are you there? Now look at Proverbs. 4 and 5. Show me 4. Show me 4. Quickly. Verse 4 talks about lazy hands. Proverbs 10, 4 and 5. Proverbs 10, 4 and 5. Let me read it. Lazy hands makes for poverty, but diligent hands brings wealth. He who gathers crops in summer is a prudent son, but he who sleeps during harvest is what? Disgraceful. Show us. Show us. It's a lazy hand makes what? Poverty. So the key to poverty is laziness. The key to poverty is what? It's laziness. It's not witchcraft. It's not village people. If there was anybody that village people were pursuing, it's the Archbishop. Because he was against everybody. So, if there was a gang of, a conglomerate of witchcraft against one man and the man still succeeded, then it's not your witches in the village that is hindering you. Say amen if you are with me. Now, lazy hand makes for poverty, but diligent hand brings wealth. So what we see right now in Church of God Mission is a product of one man's diligence that has spread over time. That this is how many years after his death? 25 plus. 27, right? 27 years after he has gone to be with the Lord, the work is still getting stronger. As a matter of fact, we are enjoying the grace of the work. The work that was done. That's what we are enjoying. Very important. I think it was Prophet that I was talking about it too. He said, little sleep, a little slumber. He says, so shall poverty come on you. A little sleep, a little slumber. He said that's how poverty used to come. Verse 5 now says what? Show us verse 5. He said, he who gathers crop in summer. Verse 5. He who gathers crop in summer is what? Is a prudent son. But the one that is sleeping during the harvest is disgraceful. 2 Thessalonians 3, 10 to 13. 2 Thessalonians 3, 10 to 13. For even when we were with you, we gave you this rule. The one who is unwilling to work should not eat. So standard rule. The one that refused to work. What does it mean? The one that is lazy shouldn't eat. Unwilling to work, unwilling to work, unwilling to work, unwilling to work. You know how you just find work for somebody and the person said, after 2 days, I know if you work too hard. Okay, Jimmy, how do you treat such people? You don't have work, they found work for you, you work 2 days after. Your excuse that the work is too hard. So enough you work. And you see, if we don't deal with this laziness, and many of us, there are many of us that need to just know that the people we are helping, as much as helping people is very, very, very good, but don't help a lazy man. I mean, don't help a lazy man. I come to the park every day. I see you dressed. You have hand, you have leg. I dash you money today. I come next week, dash you money next week. No, you're not helping him. You're not helping him. I mean, there's nothing wrong in finding work for him to do. Because for many of them, they don't want to work. They just want to beg. And they are comfortable begging. And you are sponsoring their bad habit of begging by helping them. I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. I mean, think about it. Especially when the person is young. Because what we are dealing with now is Papa died at 50 what? Huh? Papa died at 59. Papa died at 59. If a man died at 59, there are some things I can't even say because I'm on camera. I can't just say it. Because it's disgraceful if I say it on camera. I mean, think about how much how much we have multiplied what Papa did after he passed on. Think about it, sir. How much have we multiplied what he did? Our campground. We already had campground while Papa was alive. Yes. The campground was already, it was part of Papa was already talking about the campground while he was alive. So, Balm of Gilead is not even it's not a recent thing. No. It's been there. The man saw it. BIU was already around. BIU was already fenced round when Paul was alive. Listen. Every time we talk about the Archbishop, one of the things that crosses my mind is that truly a man can become anything he wants to be. A man can become anything he wants to be. The person we are talking about right now was kicked out of the house and dumped in a refuge bin to die. Meaning there was nothing special about him when he was born. He was just born as a weak child that was always falling sick. And the father got tired of him. God threw him away. He's a waste. Then this waste woke up one day and realizes that life can be better than what anybody calls it. Then began to give himself to what God had called him to do. And the world can't stop talking about him even after his death. You know, one of the things that's thrilling is that you read the Bible and the Bible tells you that a living dog is better than a dead lion. Yet this dead lion can still not be compared with even living tigers. I mean, with even living tigers. Say hard work. Come on, talk to me now. Say hard work. Because it starts from hard work. It's not just that the man had a vision. It's that if he did not deliberately work on his vision, we will not be here. Suppose we have told you before, don't give people that want to work, don't give them food. If you are willing to work, shouldn't eat. Next verse. And if we treat lazy people like this, one or two things will likely happen. Number one, they'll wake up. Right? Number two, they'll leave you and find somebody else to beg. We hear that some among you are what? Idle and disruptive. They are not busy. But they are what? Busybodies. Next. Let's just leave that matter and face front. Such people, we command and urge you in the Lord Jesus to what? Settle down and earn food they eat. So let them get to work. And as for you, brothers and sisters, never tire of what? Doing what is good. Don't be tired. So it means that I can't be tired of working. I can't be tired of investing my time to improving myself. Colossians 3. I can't be tired of investing my time to improving myself, to doing the things I do that gets me better. I can't be tired. I can't be ashamed to work. I can't. Colossians 3, 23 and 24. Then we'll talk about 3 characters of hard work and diligence. Take special note. Are we there? Colossians 3, 24, 23 and 24. Are we there? Yeah. Whatever you do, everybody, let's read together. 3, go. Would you please read it like it's a serious thing you're reading? 3, go. Work at it with all your what? Work at it with all your what? As what? As for the Lord. Since you know that you will what? Receive an inheritance from the Lord as a what? A reward. It is the Lord Christ you are what? You are serving. It says work at it. There's some place in Proverbs where we are encouraged that whatever your hand finds to do, he says you should do it how? With all your might, with all your heart. Do it with all your strength. That's what hard work requires. That's what hard work requires. You know, one of the major differences between hard work and diligence is that sometimes hard work can be spontaneous, but a diligent person knows how to be consistent in what he is doing. Some of us are waiting till we get to some certain age before we wake up that hard work nature. But why do you want to work so hard at old age? Why do you want to work so hard at old age? When you should be resting at old age and enjoying what the labor, the harvest of your work, and you are lazing about now so you can work later. No, that's not how it's done. Work now. Have some sleepless nights now so you can sleep well at 40, sleep well at 50, sleep well at 60. I mean, some of us need to really, really tell ourselves that if we continue the way we are now, at 50, we'll be liabilities to people. And it's true. At 50, you'll be a liability. And whether you like it or not, people will like to give you today, give you again and again and again. At some point, they'll get tired of it. After they've helped you and helped you and helped you, then you now become the talk on the table. I hate to think that I'm calling somebody 2 times and they're not picking my call. I mean 2. Now you have called somebody 14 times. And the person is not busy. Just that the person knows why you are calling. You see, nothing is as annoying as that they know why you are calling. Though they have not blocked you yet because of just relationship. Nah, don't be that. Give attention to what you are doing now and do it well. Characteristics of some things we need to consider. Number 1, be responsible. Be responsible. Be responsible. Take ownership of every task given to you and do it well. Take ownership of everything you are doing right now and do it well. You see this small business that you are playing with and you are allowing your workers play with. Take ownership of it. Take ownership of it. Coca-Cola started as small as you have started. I mean, Coca-Cola started as small as some of us have started. As a matter of fact, you'll be shocked that Coca-Cola did not even start as big as you started, Jessica. I'm very sure that Coca-Cola would not have started as big as you started. So it means that we all have the potential to make everything God has given to us big. Church of God Mission started in a parlor. This Church of God Mission started in a parlor. And I'm telling you, maybe nobody would have even thought it was a serious thing. This Church of God Mission moved from a parlor to a small room in forestry. But ownership. One of the things you need to know about this ownership is that everywhere you go in this world, people know Idahosa more than Church of God Mission. I mean, travel out of this place. Even in this river state now, people know Idahosa more than the name of the church. Why? Ownership. He owned it. He was in front of it. You are learning to be a boss too early. Some of you are learning to be a boss too early. How many staff do you have now that you are doing Zoom meeting? How many staff do you have that you are doing Zoom meeting? You are sitting down before camera with tea, but at this your age. See, there are some things that we should just leave all this physics that people are trying to do. Work your stuff, work it hard. A day will come, you will do Zoom meeting. It will make sense. I'm not going anywhere. You are doing Zoom meeting. You are looking, chasing clouds. Initiative. Listen, many of you may not agree. Many of you may not even know. Majority of the things we enjoy in Christianity today, it was Papa's initiative. It was Idahosa's initiative. The man will travel. He will see things done in places he traveled to. He comes home and begins to implement it. He was criticized for drum set and keyboard. Yes, he was criticized for this thing we enjoy today. And now it has become more problem to us now, even self. The whole internet is buzzing with instrumentalists and choir people. You guys are reigning. Well, at one time, it was a problem. He was criticized for television. For being on TV, he was criticized for it. Because the upcoming counterpart looked at it and said, no, that's devil in a box. That's what they call TV, devil in a box. But the man saw it as a tool for evangelism. Today, the smallest of us want to enter TV, so we have started with Facebook. Facebook is our closest link to television. Initiative. Papa never saw anything good outside and didn't try it at home. As a matter of fact, when it comes home, the way he will do it, even if you see it outside, you will not believe that he copied it. Papa told us one time, that every time he brings something new, he turns it to his own. He was never ashamed to tell you he brought it from outside. Never ashamed to say it. Initiative. Take the lead in identifying and addressing needs. Papa was never quiet. It was never quiet what was happening in society, never quiet what was happening in government, never quiet. That's part of the initiative we're talking about. He identified with people, identified with the country, identified with the state. One time, Papa asked the Oba. Oba came for, I think that was the opening of Faith Arena. And everybody stood up to pray. And the Oba wasn't standing. And the Archbishop asked him to stand and remove his cap. That there's only one king here. Yeah, I'm on record. He should stand and take off his cap. Why? There's only one king here. Today we fear men. Men of authority, men of stature, we fear them. When they come around us, we become babies. Not Papa. No. The man was not afraid to die. Another thing about this matter is perseverance. Persist in the face of challenges and difficulties and obstacles. Papa had many. I think I should stop here, sir. Papa had many obstacles. Papa had many challenges, really. Oh, we keep on talking about the testimonies of victories. There are many testimonies that were not victories. There was a testimony, one of the testimonies that broke the Archbishop was when he sent some people to a place and all of them were killed. All of them were killed. Do you know what it means to send people to go and open church somewhere? They slaughtered all of them. part of the news that comes with that was that he has used them for rituals. That's why his church was going big. Obstacles. And let me tell you something, there is nobody going somewhere that will not meet it on the way. All this you're trying to avoid trouble, you are just embracing being small. Every time a man avoids trouble, he has embraced being small. Face your trouble. It is the troubles you face that announces you. Because every trouble you conquer brings out the conqueror out of you. And people want to celebrate that conqueror out of you. Not, they don't want to hear stories. So if you can even face your boss, one man, how much more a nation? Excellence. We talk about excellence today as though we are the inventors of excellence. Have you gone to Miracle Center? Have you gone to Faith Arena? Have you seen the arrangement of things? Have you seen the arrangement of things? The orderly manner of things? You need to come to Papa's meetings. Excellence. He knew how to do things very well. Very well. Have you seen Papa dress? You need to just the royalty around the man when he dresses, whether it is agbada, whether it is suit, whether it is just a simple thing the man is wearing, there was this elegance that comes with him. One story was when thieves came to the house and Papa jumped from this upstairs down and had a fractured leg. Yeah. Guess what? He was in church that morning, 6 o'clock, with a bandaged leg and a stick. He was in church for several meetings with that bandaged leg and a stick. He did not hide. He didn't hide. You know how it looks like? The Almighty Healer. He didn't hide. Until he got miraculously healed, he was still coming for services with his bandage and his stick. How many of us can face the word with our weakness? We just want the world to see us as supermen. But no, not Papa. Not Papa. He was just a man that God used to do wonders. And if every one of us can just realize that that's the simple truth. He was just an ordinary man that God used. As ordinary as you are. That's why I like that scripture in James. Elias, a man of like passion, as we are. Same with Idahosa. He was a man of like passion, as we are. He still had to wake up in the morning and eat. He still had to do everything normal. But yet he was just in the hands of God. And his God was doing mighty things through him. You need to bow your heads again this evening and let's pray 1 minute. This time we are praying for ourselves. I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. But we must go. Would you pray for 1 minute? Dear Lord Jesus, I come to you tonight and I ask that you change my life, change my story, change the way I do the things I do. Help me do things better. Help me do things better. Help me take life more seriously. Help me attend to things more seriously. Come on, pray. The Archbishop was an ordinary man. You know, it sounds somehow, Pastor Chizo always says that he was an ordinary man. But truly, he was an ordinary man. He was an ordinary man. You know, that the last testimony I shared with you just now, it was just to show you that I was an ordinary man. Quiet, can come up, please. An ordinary man. He was an ordinary man. He has many testimonies of how armed robbers ran away. But that testimony, he didn't hide it. He has many testimonies of armed robbers dropping their guns and running. But that day, the ordinary man in him came out. He jumped out of the room from the balcony. And he didn't suspend in the air. Ordinary man. But that same ordinary man yielded himself to God. And God did wonders in his life. You can do the same. You can yield yourself to the Lord, and the Lord will do wonders in your life.